We'll first clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commander Gianna. We've been teaching this truth since 1969. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are infected true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? This is the One West News Desk. I'll bring in all your news, your local, your national, and your international news to your timeline. You understand? There's a lot going on in the news. I'm your host, Cap Sapari, along with
Officer Mathum.
We're gonna be bringing up this stuff tonight. You understand? But tonight we're gonna start our local articles. One that's more local, one that's broad, a little bit further out, but we'll consider it local because it deals with the governor. But here we have a local shooting here in Baltimore. Excuse me. 6 people shot down there in Highlands Ferry. You know Highlands Ferry. What's this like? That's like Southwest.
Down by Montgomery Park.
Southwest down there, like around Washington, down there by the tap school. All that's like Highlands Ferry area, or what have you. But I'm gonna pull this story here. We're gonna get into it here. And look, all of these things is paints a picture of who we are.
Right.
You understand? Our condition is a characteristic of a curse that no other nation hides. You know, when you line them all up, but this here is one of them.
Right.
Other than that, any opening remarks, something, anything you want to add?
Sir, get right into it.
Come on, slow.
Says, this is the Baltimore Police Department. 6 people shot on Highlands Ferry Road in Baltimore, in Southwest Baltimore. 6 young men, ages 17 to 21, were shot Sunday night in Southwest Baltimore, leaving 1 in critical condition and 5 others injured as police investigate and search for suspects.
17 to 21. 17. These are kids. These are children. Nonetheless, what you think what a man is, a man age is, or these are kids. These ain't full grown men, you know, with fully frontal lobe developed. They're young. They need guidance, counseling, and a moral compass.
Right.
And what we don't recognize and understand is we failed as a community and offering a place to ensoul morals and a moral compass with them brothers and sisters. You know what we do instead? We join the Christian church. Now he doesn't have a place to be masculine. The only masculine thing he sees is a gang. Like growing up, you want to be big and big because you want to be a man. Think about how when you was young, you wanted the money, you wanted the notoriety, you wanted the respect. Why? Because that's what it is to be a man, right? But you in the Christian church and they got a goddamn tambourine. What you want? They got a goddamn tambourine. They want to put your goddamn. They want you on the choir, and you like, man, you trying to shake this off you. So you get where you go, out in the street. You go out in the street where the masculinity is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole time this book right here. Teaches a man how to be masculine. You understand? And here how to be a man. You ain't gotta be in the street to. That's why when you look at y'all the KKK, Y'all this, y'all that. Or I had a brother call the school. He said, "Oh man, y'all just too militant." Nigga, it's a lot. My bad. Damn, you better be militant.
Right.
General was in the school this week, right? He was going over the code. Like you supposed to have that warlike apparel. That's in the Bible, but the church putting you in a goddamn pink suit on the Easter. You understand? Or a pinstripe. You know, the list goes on. Anything else?
Come, sir. We've been so emasculated, you know, by America, by the Christian church, that when brothers see us, we look too militant. When, just like you said, Cap, this is how we are supposed to look. But when you've been over the decades, when you've been emasculated and effeminized, you understand? This is what the brothers in that next generation and the generation after them, this is all that they see. This is all that they know is being effeminized. So when they see us on we too massive. You understand what I'm saying? When in fact, this is how they supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? So when we was young, when you out in the streets and they see these gangs, you understand? They see something that's solid, or it looks solid to them, but it's more than what they seeing in the Christian church. You understand? And this is why they gravitate towards that. But in retrospect, this is why we go out on those corners and we speak, because we want to show them what righteous, you understand,
righteous militants.
Righteous militants looks like. You understand? I yield, sir.
You want to get a little bit more on that?
Get a little bit more on that. It says city police said officers were called around 9:45 p.m. for a reported shooting near the 2600 block of Hollands Ferry Road, where a group of young men were gathered under a tree. Listen, 2600 block of Hollands Ferry Road, if I'm not mistaken, you know where Westport is? That's about around there where Westport at. Right?
That's the general area.
Yeah, the general area.
This is here in Baltimore, we consider it Baltimore, but this is geographically is like right outside of Baltimore.
Right. But it's right around that area right there.
Right off 695, he takes. Matter of fact, it's an exit that says house.
Yeah. Come.
Mm-hmm. I think 9 to 8. I think exit 9 or exit 8. That's Hollands Ferry exit.
I don't know the exit.
It's
about around there.
That's trucking shit. That's driving.
Right. A vehicle looks like it pulls up to two suspects exit the vehicle, fire multiple rounds at the victim, striking all 6 of them. And then the suspects got back into the car and fled. Baltimore Police Commissioner Richard Worley said. Police said officers first found 2 men, ages 18 and 21, suffering from gunshot wounds, and both were taken to the hospital.
This is Martin Luther King Drain. You know what them young men don't got a place to go. He would have had a barbershop to sweep up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Some dough to beat up in a bakery, local bakery shop. We imagine a society or a city, right? All your shopping centers that you go for your corner store. Man, I gotta get a pack of butter. We just talking about this. Right. A pack of eggs real quick. And that corner store, you got a brother in there. And the brother and the wife, they live upstairs.
Yep.
All your corner stores, all your shopping centers in the bottom. Come on, man.
Yep.
And them corner stores and them shopping centers and the bakeries in there and the butchers in there and the fish shops that's in there, they were separate back then. They had a fish store and then they had red meat and poultry or whatever. Especially in the fisher town like Baltimore.
Right.
So now we getting local now, but come on now.
That was actually a support. That was kind of like a support system, because all of those corner stores that was surrounding you, everybody knew you, especially if you lived in that neighborhood.
God.
You understand? And they could correct you. You understand? The problem with the society that we living in now. You understand? They got all kinds of law. And listen, I think you said something about the black codes last week, right?
God.
This is sort of like the black codes when they tell you you can't discipline your child. You understand? When your child can do what your child wants to do, and then when your child does what they want to do, then they come knocking at your door trying to arrest you because of what your child is doing. You understand what I'm saying? This is how you destroy the family structure. We talked about it last week too. You understand? Removing the man from the household between the 60s into the 70s, and then the result is 1985, the drug epidemic. You understand what I'm saying? So one thing leads to another thing, and this is how this society around us was created to keep us right where we are. We look at these black faces in high places that we see, right? And we also find out that those black faces in high places don't have the power that we think they have, because the oppressor allows you to go to a certain extent, but they keep you on a leash. No matter how high you believe or think you are, you're always on a leash. You understand? Whether you're that high pedigree, high price, you understand, animal, or the low, in the ghetto animal. No matter how, they look at us all the same.
Right.
You understand? And right now, this society is something that they built around us. You understand? And now they've taken all power away from us. Well, it's time for us to start taking that power back.
100%. We can get out of this nightmare that we live in.
Right.
All those cats, and we had the same thing on in the Woodlawn area last week or last 2 weeks.
Right.
I think it was a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old shot in the home.
Yep.
Did we cover that here on the show?
Covered that last week. Yeah.
And this is happening all throughout the city and all throughout Black and Hispanic and Native American communities. But we never look towards the leadership in those points. Why do we blame the youth when the youth was are Christians? Let me talk to that pastor. Let me talk to their leadership. We don't do that. You know why? Because we want to give the people that are in position of power a pass for their failures. We want to give them a pass for their failures, but in reality, they gotta get checked, yo. These are products of the Christian church, products of the Muslim Muslim, huh?
Come on, sir.
But where the pastors at? Where the pastors at? Let's talk about it. You know what the pastors do with them? They talk down on the youth. I guess the youth fault, but they don't understand. We don't recognize as a whole. We don't recognize and understand how it got to this point, because we're ignoring the source. And matter of fact, we get a source of pastor.
They don't want to believe it's them, sir.
Come on.
They don't want to. Those pastors. Listen, when we talk about leaders,
Michael, what's up, right?
We good. We talk about leaders. We talk about leaders. We always looking at political leaders, and pastors and preachers. They like to sidestep and believe that they're not included in poor leadership.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And the Christian church is the number one destroyer of the Black community. You understand? The Christian church, if you believe it or not, think about this, right? Every time it's time to vote, who's the one influencing you who to vote for, or just to go out and vote, period? It's the Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
They always come when people start running for offices, the first place that they go before they start walking neighborhoods is they go to the local churches first, because they know the pastors and the preachers have the ear of the people. And think about it, most women are influenced by pastors and preachers. And then most of the men under them follow suit. You understand what I'm saying? So the Christian church is that number one destroyer of the black community. We have to always remember that. You understand? We can't separate them from the politicians. They listen, they're politicians too.
They 1-1.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's the one? Sharpton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
Think about him. He got the action. Is that the Action Network, or is that the Rainbow Coalition with Jesse Jackson?
Huh.
Al Sharpton has the Action Network. Think about this, right? When has a hustler from a church?
Hey, the bar, turn that on for me. Turn that light on for me.
When has the hustler from a church ever been given a platform on a major news network? You understand what I'm saying? Hit the power button.
Plugged up, right? But you keep going. Keep going.
You understand? Listen. Think
about the major news network.
Think about that, right? No other hustling preacher has ever come from a major from a hustling church. You understand? To take a major slot in a major news network like Al Sharpton. You understand? And when we looking at him now, Al Sharpton looks like the hustler that he's always been. You understand? And he speaks as one. You understand? And he still has influence over a lot of black people. You understand? We gotta realize that these people in the last 70 years have done nothing for black people.
Right.
We still in the same hole that we've always been in. You understand? But you got people that's waking up now. They're starting to see the bull that's been pushed and shoveled to us. You understand? People are starting to wake up and understand that we've been hustled. We've been being hustled for 70 years. Think about it, right? All of this voting. And every time we don't get what we want, we always turn around and pointing the finger at ourselves, as opposed to pointing the people that are pushing us towards the system and the people that are running the system. You understand? The people that's pushing us towards the system, if you look at them, they're the ones that's getting money.
Right. And
they're getting money because they're funneling us into the rabbit hole. That's why Al Sharpton has that Action Network. That's why Jesse Jackson had that Rainbow Coalition.
And I call it, if I could, not only in a rabbit hole, but a hamster wheel.
Yeah, on a hamster wheel.
Just
running in place. You understand? That's the problem with us. We just running in place, and we so used to running in place that we don't even realize that we're running in place now. Destroyed as a people.
Mm-hmm. So now we got 6 brothers gunned down, shot, injured, or passed away because what? Because we want to be a part of America.
Yep.
Because we want to be a part of the murderer, the slave master, the conquistador. We want to be buddy with him. So we got to die like this. Now we got to die of all these other ailments.
Yep.
Because we want to go against the Lord and join the people that hate us, right? I don't see any other people, any other nation that's fighting to join the people that hate them. I don't see the Palestinians fighting to be one with the so-called Jewish man. You know why? Because the so-called Jewish man is killing them. I don't see the Ukrainian fighting to try to be one with Russia. I don't see that. You know why? Because that's idiotic. That's an idiotic way to think.
We're the only people that think like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't see China trying to be. I don't see China trying to be buddy with Taiwan or Japan. They got their borders.
Right.
They got the separation. You understand? Come on, we got to wake up and recognize what's really going on here. The Christian church here in Baltimore got blood on their hands. They got blood on their hands here.
Mm-hmm.
Mayor Brandon Scott, your city council, they got blood on their hands. Why? Because they refuse to recognize true leadership and true morality here in the Israelite school of UPK. How long are you going to deny us now? You going to wait for your son to die?
Mm-hmm.
You going to wait for your daughter to die? Until you recognize, you know, where the real leadership is, where the real answers are. Mayor Brandon Scott, you said to yourself, yo, I know y'all. We went up to him at one of these black events.
Yeah, Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, boom boom, shook his hand. He had a shirt that said "Free-ish" on it. Mayor Brandon Scott, he said, "Yeah, I know y'all." Then why are we not in agreement of particular matters here?
You know what? It's a lot.
Come on, go ahead, go please.
I think we need to have another meeting with him.
Yeah, I think we do too.
No, I mean, we need to actually schedule a sit down with the mayor.
I mean, come on.
And then give him our action plan to bring Baltimore back to life.
And look, check it out. We didn't sat down with some of his constituents or what have you, councilmen or what. We sat with some men, but we can go further. We
But
can
they not him.
True.
And I believe he needs to hear.
But this is the thing. I think they got the same mindset. We talking about politicians.
I know that, right? But
now, hey,
at least when everything goes,
the One West News that this way get local.
listen,
So Baltimore, we're gonna get a little bit local on you.
I know when everything goes awry, he can't say that nobody didn't speak up or give him a blueprint of how to make Baltimore a better city again. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is how can you be a black city with a black mayor, black city councilman, black commissioners, and everything else, but the black community is the only community that's suffering? How is that? You understand? Think about this. Even the so-called Jewish man, his community is only on the other side of Northern Parkway. But you can see night and day as soon as you cross that.
Soon as you cross Northern
You understand? You see the birds and the butterflies as soon as you cross that Northern Parkway. You see all hell when you come back and going back down south. You understand?
Going down Park Heights.
Going down Park Heights. You understand? It's a shame how you can see you can see the difference as soon as you cross a street. You understand what I'm saying? Think about, and then we talk about this every day, every week. We talk about how they made the promise that Pimlico Racetrack was going to rebuild Park Heights all the way back down to Park Circle. From Northern Parkway to Park Circle, all of those businesses was going to be rebuilt and revitalized. It's the same lie that they told us about the Maryland lottery in 1973. Oh, this is going to be for the schools. This is going to help rebuild the schools. This is going to help get, heating and air conditioning in the schools.
Oh, we sat with Senator Corey McCray. Involved in his district on the northeast side.
Right.
Not far northeast side, but over
Senator?
in Baltimore. In Baltimore. He got a seat in Baltimore.
Every state got 2 senators, right? He got a side. Because we got multiple congressmen. You sure he wasn't congressman?
No, it wasn't that Senate on the local level.
Oh, okay.
On the local level.
So he's in the what is okay.
He controlled a particular district in Baltimore.
Okay.
But we sat with him and we can sit in other seats. But this is the thing, like Mathan was saying, they should sit with us if they really mean well. But the problem is propaganda and the influence that they have, the influence by industries, even foreign, even in domestic or whatever industries. They got to play on who they deal with, and who they don't deal with. We're an organization that wants to feed and house black people or people in general. And you want to say no because of our religion? That's against the law.
Right.
But they do it anyway because they're biased.
Right.
So look, and because of that, 6 men got to get shot. Because of that, the story that we pulled. The first story that we still on the story. We gotta move back. To the story.
Right.
The story is about 6 men getting shot. That's our job here in the UPK, that nobody gets shot. We got a platform, right? We got a protocol. We're gonna bring all these brothers together, the shooters, the victims. They could have came in here. Hey, what's the matter? Boom, boom, boom. Everybody hear that matter? That's called counsel.
Right.
The generals is up all day and night. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes they get mad when I call them because I'm calling about some bullshit. I get cussed out sometimes, you know what I mean? Right. But nonetheless, like, we got a system here, and it's biblical and it's utter Lord.
Right.
They should be coming here. They shouldn't be getting shot. Them brothers should be not there. Brothers shouldn't be there. You know why? Because they're gonna call Gabar. Hey, Gabar, man, this brother, mama. Gabar gonna say what? No sweat. I'm on my way. Hey, come over here. We're gonna get on the phone. We're gonna get on the conference call. We're gonna settle this out. And guess what? Ain't nobody in the hospital. I mean, what are we even talking about here?
Right.
Why are we against that? But they got these other BS programs. Safe City Streets. They do a little corner cookout here, and they getting paid by the city, and we still not.
Right.
They're saying the numbers going down as far as homicides, kudos. But we got work to do. We got there's a standard of morality that's being ignored, especially in Baltimore. In Baltimore, like, it's such a rough city.
Yeah.
And even on the outskirts, you got Windsor, you got Woodlawn, you got all the, even on the outskirts, it's just rough and rugged, right? And broken down and tore up and broken. So much so, like, you like a young brother, like, oh, what's wrong with this nigga? I mean, like, you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in your mind, it's like, yeah, this nigga is bugged out.
Right.
Why? Because he broken. He broken from failures around him and above him.
Right.
That's why. And if we can provide a solution for them, we can make a change here. You understand?
Right.
But until that happens, 6 men on the southwest side got to get shot.
Yep.
2 kids got to get shot in one lawn in their home. Until that happens, until you become unbiased, people got to continue to die, Governor Westmore. People got to continue to die, McCoy. Senator McCoy.
Listen, that's what happens, Salaki, if I may, sir. That's what happens when you begin to move away from
Salaki. Corey, go ahead.
That's what happens when you begin to move away from righteousness. You understand? You slowly see your community start to slip away. At the beginning, you don't realize it in the beginning. You understand anything? You look at it as an anomaly. You know, something that, it's only going to happen one time. You know what I mean? Think about this, right? Think about the first time that you heard about somebody getting shot in your neighborhood. Damn, I ain't never, it was a point where you're like, oh my, how could that happen?
It was
right?
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
The first time you heard somebody go to jail for life.
Right.
First time you heard somebody get sexually assaulted.
Right.
First time you heard somebody shot somebody. First time we can go down the list.
But now,
and you young too.
Right.
It's not anytime. And you young too. And you like, yo, this is life.
Yeah.
And then imagine if we had had us, if we had us at that time,
Yeah.
imagine our life and the impact that we will have on the people around us. Imagine that. Imagine it.
The life that we living in now has become normalized. So when people get shot, it's like, man, it happened. You know what I mean? That's life. That's that's what we say. We say that's life when that's not life. You understand what I'm saying? We've been normalized to it. Everything is normal now, to see 20 or 30 people falling out from the same drug right down there on off of North Penn. You understand what I'm saying? That's normal in Baltimore now. I remember when people will fall out.
I'm tired of getting phone calls.
Yeah, people fall out. It's like
Are you tired of getting phone calls?
how about that?
Hey, yo, X, X and X died.
Yeah, how about that?
X and who so and so died. Damn, he like, and we so
Hold slack.
it's such a normal
Hold
thing.
up,
Go ahead, please.
If I may though, think about this, Ricard, because you closer to me, right? Think about the first time you heard of somebody dying at 25. The first time. That 16. Listen, that was my man Darren Richardson. That was Kawan's cousin. Yo, it blew my mind to the point where I realized a few years ago I had what's that? PTSD.
Yep.
Because I dreamed about him every night. I think about him every morning when I wake up. I think about the shooting itself. You understand what I'm saying? So now when it happens now, it's like, oh, that's normal. I'm still affected by that happened in 1986. Right? But the stuff that happened way after that, I'm not affected by it no more because it's been normalized. I'm used to it. But Darren Lamont Richardson, I think about him every morning when I wake up. I think about him, my mother, and my sister. Of course, my mother and my sister, because it was my family. But this was my man, and I watched him go. You understand what I'm saying? So, but everything after that is normalized. Oh, that's what happened to him. Damn, well, yo, he was living that life, though. You understand what I'm saying? It's normal now. And that's what unrighteousness does to us. It makes the unrighteous things become normal to us. You understand? To the point where we barely have feelings for it anymore. There you go. Say that again. Get numb to it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Thanks for that work. I couldn't get the word, but you got the word for me. We become numb to the situations. You know what I mean? And that's horrible, especially us as being blacks and Hispanics and natives, right? We're not supposed to be numb to that. That's the oppressor. That's these other nations. They should be used to it because it's part of their culture. That's not part of our culture. But it's almost, they trying to ingrain it in us. They trying to make it part of our DNA. Think about this too, right? I heard some stuff the other day that what we went through in slavery has been ingrained in us. The trauma has been ingrained in us, right? The people who did what they did to us instilled that in us, ingrained it in our DNA. Well, if they ingrained that in our DNA, what's ingrained in their DNA? You understand what I'm saying? So just like this is ingrained in us, the bestiality, the beast, you understand? The atrocities, the terrorists is ingrained in them. That's what they are. It's a part of it because they came over here with that. You understand what I'm saying? And we always trying to, just like Kat was saying earlier, we always trying to blend in and mix in with them and be friends with them. You understand? And love them and accept them. Exactly. Accept them. You understand? When they don't want to accept us. So why? So somebody tell me, why are we accepting them? Why are we loving them? We give all of our love to them and we turn our backs on our own people. The atrocities that they do to us, we turn and do to our own brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And we won't take a second thought in doing that to them.
Alizar checked in. Shalom, Alizar.
Shalom, Lord Christ, Alizar. Think about it.
Well, look, hey, let's move on to what you want to move on to Westmore.
Let's move on to Westmore.
You got the Westmore article on your end.
Come on, sir.
We're gonna move on to Governor Westmore here. Governor Westmore, if I could, this can bridge off to national news also, because he's talking about a foreign person here, Prime Minister of Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, or what have you. Governor Westmore made some which may be peculiar for his seat.
Did you send that to me?
Thought I did. And the George Insider.
Sir, I don't got that.
Bear with me 1 second. But this story here, yeah, I thought I sent it to you. I got it right here. But he was in. I don't know if it was a standard or formal interview or podcast, what have you. But I think I came across it on. I watch a lot of TikTok. But Governor Westmore, surprisingly, because a lot of these politicians taking money from AIPAC, which is an Israeli backed institution, the so-called Jewish man. They take a lot of money from them. Well, saying I send it to
Jewish Insider.
Yeah, you got that already? I'm gonna send it to you again. Yeah, pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up so the chat can see here. I'm gonna stop sharing this. I'm gonna share this other tab here. But this here was significant because you don't hear this a lot. It's 93% of Congress takes money from I think it's either 91 or 93% of Congress and the Senate take money from the Israel AIPAC, which is the Israel.
Right.
93, almost 100%. So when you see a politician go against that grain like that, you start to
wonder.
That's the word. You start to wonder.
Right.
But this is the thing that I learned, though. I don't never get my hopes up over no politician. You know why? Because at the end of the day, they either for abortion or they for something that's wicked. I guarantee you, Nathan.
Right.
Then we was talking before the class thought, man, back in the day before using the truth, it'd be somebody that catch your ear. It'd be some politician like. For me, it was two politicians that caught my head.
Right.
It was Bernie Sanders, one.
Right.
It was another dude. I think his name was Ron Paul.
Right.
Them two cats.
Rand Paul.
Is it Rand Paul?
Rand Paul.
One of the. I think it may be that.
Yeah.
But they was talking a good game. Oh, we got to do this for the schools. Man, all these goddamn devils is devils. I was up there getting to see. I was with my homeboy. My homeboy was like yelling at, "No, all I'm wicked." I'm thinking, I'm on my way to the truth. You know what I'm saying? He talking about, "No, all I'm wicked." I'm thinking, this nigga out of his mind.
Everybody can't be wicked. That's
right.
What, all of them can't be wicked. Right. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm thinking about. You ain't girded in the truth. You may not recognize that, but all them niggas wicked as hell though.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to get this. Look at this.
Listen, that's the witchcraft that they use on us. You understand? That's the witchcraft. Because when you got two sides of a party, right? Somebody on either side is going to appeal to you, or
appeal something that's on your radar.
Right. You understand? Again, that's the witchcraft.
There you go.
Because
you got it.
Once they get you to choose a side, as opposed to saying, nah, I'm not in it for either one of y'all. Once they get you to choose the side, the witchcraft, the magic has worked on you. You understand? And then you begin to see everything their way, and then you begin to shed a negative light on the other person.
Right.
So now you taking the side. So you gonna be either blue or red. You understand? And the thing about it is, we used to sit back and say, "Yo, how can he be a Republican? Man, how can he be a Republican? Yo, you a sellout." When you a sellout too for being a Democrat.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's the witchcraft. That's the thing that they use, the vices that they use to make us choose a side. Once they make you choose a side, you got either way. You understand? Remember, you got two different wings on the same bird. They going in the same direction, they just taking a different path. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's to have control over blacks, Hispanics, and natives.
100%.
And that's when we look at it, think about it, right? If that not be true, how does Asians come over here and get all of the businesses?
Right.
We say this every week. How does the East Indians come over here from dirt poor nothing and get all of these businesses? The Africans too, the Arabs of most of all. You understand? Because those Arabs that come over here, they don't have any oil.
Right.
You understand? But they got all the chicken spots on every corner. And we turn around and we look at us, we struggling with just one business. And that business goes out of business because we support the other nations around them. Listen, what the Bible tells us, these nations come over here to devour us. These people come to devour us.
Right.
You understand? And then devouring us, they wipe our neighborhoods out. They leave our neighborhoods desolate. And then they go back to their pristine neighborhoods that we have built for them.
100%.
That's the magic. The magic is real. You understand? The witchcraft is real.
100%.
I yield, sir.
No,
I was getting into it. When you start doing this right here, that means you really into it. You know,
you 100% right. And another wicked thing about that, piggybacking on what you were saying, like what the scripture say, our leaders cause us to err.
Right.
They cause us to make that great error. So when we see our black politicians, our preachers, our pastors, they're like informants.
Right.
They're like informants to sway the people, and not then it strayed from. I don't want to say stray, but it stayed there with them. But they also had to get informants in the music industry.
Right.
Diddy, remember when Diddy was out there?
Mm-hmm.
Diddy was out there saying, before he went to prison, saying, if you don't, especially, no, I'm talking about like in Obama time.
Vote or die.
He was out there saying, vote or die. You know, he was real big on MTV.
Right.
Because they had Making a Band and everything. So every black folk was watching Making a Band. I was watching Making a Band. I was in fucking, I won't show my age.
Right.
He was out there saying, vote or die. And everybody looking at, oh yeah, he out there fighting and want to get political.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, he's a goddamn homosexual. I was better slip up a homosexual.
Right.
You understand? A sexual deviant, which most of these artists are. But informants nonetheless. Informants in the church, whether they be paid off directly, or they're just so heavily influenced with Martin Luther King's dream.
Right.
They just in it anyway. They just in it. They just psychologically seduced by the system to follow what Jesse Jackson did.
Yeah.
And psychologically seduced to doing what Al Sharpton did.
Mm-hmm.
Or what have you, but that's neither here.
Diddy was nothing but an Epstein on the black side. Now, not just the black side, but
wait till the JC files come out.
Oh yeah, how about that?
Wait till them come out. Well, we was talking about
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like that.
Yeah, that Jay-Z, because that's starting to pop now. You know?
But let's finish this stuff.
Okay, this is the Jewish Insider. Maryland Governor Westmore accuses Netanyahu of committing war crimes. Listen, they've been saying this for the last 2 years?
Not now. Get him first. They cold. Get him first.
Last 2 years, right? More to Politico. I think that the state of Israel has a right to exist, but I also think that so do the Palestinian people.
Hold on, now this is your governor here. This is Governor Westmore. Governor Westmore look like he's taking a stance with them.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a lot, yes, sir.
It's not letting you go down.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I had the same problem. Let me see if I can pull another article. Hey, chat,
Yeah, but this is the thing, though,
go ahead,
right? This is the thing, right?
I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna find another one.
We get our leaders, and they say a particular thing, and like he's saying this thing way too late. You understand what I'm saying? It would have really meant a little more to some people if he had said it 2 years ago. You understand? But instead, he's saying it 2 years late. People been saying this for months already. You understand? So he's not really saying anything that anybody hasn't said. The problem is he never said it. You understand? He just jumping on the bandwagon. If you ask me, you know, it's just he voting time coming up again. You understand? And they have to be able to stand on something for a minute or so. You understand? But at the end of the day, I believe he was one of those people that said Israel has a right to defend themselves. You understand?
I got something. I got some here. I'm gonna read it up on the screen here.
Kind of, sir.
This is I'll check this out, chat. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up here. This is WashingtonJewishWeek.com. Maryland Governor Westmore built much of his political appeal on seriousness, discipline, and moral balance. That is why his recent interview with Politico was so disappointing. You can see they already in opposition to what he said.
Right.
Out the gate.
Right.
Out the gate. Now, I be giving a lot of these politicians hell, especially on the show with them.
Right.
Westmore and your boy, what's the mayor?
Brandon Scott.
I be giving them a lot of heat. Y'all know I be giving them a lot of heat. But listen, it took some guts to do this, to go up against Benjamin Netanyahu at his level and on that type of stage. Like, I don't think we can. I don't want to say it like that, but try to comprehend and recognize this, that is a major step into against the grain, I should say, because he's not against the system because he's a part of the system.
Right.
That would have been a wrong thing to say, but I would say against the grain nonetheless. You got it on yours?
I got one on mine. It's Westmore slams Netanyahu war crimes in Gaza, questions U.S. unconditional aid.
I'm on the Washington Jewish Week.
Oh, okay.
Can I finish this one?
This
is a good read.
Come on, sir.
Not because he criticized Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Many supporters of Israel, including many American Jews, strongly disagree with Netanyahu on matters of policy, coalition politics, and war strategy. The problem is that Moore crossed the line from criticism into reckless accusations and flaming precisely the fears of and insecurities he claims to oppose. Calling Netanyahu a war criminal is not casual rhetoric. He said he's a war criminal.
Right.
Governor Westmore said called Benjamin Netanyahu a war criminal, which he is. I mean, and not only him. I should have got this article too. What's the mayor of New York? The Indian.
Mamdani.
Mondani. Y'all know Mondani, right? And shout out Alizar in the building too. Alizar in the building. Give me a hand.
All right.
We also got Baraka in the building. Get him a hand.
All right.
But not only here Westmore, Mondani, he said he with his law counsels or what have you of New York, because Benjamin Netanyahu, I should get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull the article after this. I'm just gonna mention it before I go. Please,
if I may,
please.
Mamdani wants to know if he can arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if he comes to New York.
Yes.
That's what he wants to do.
Yes.
So now he's appealing to a lot of American voters.
Come on,
you understand?
come on.
With just that right there alone, you understand? I thought
that was extraordinary.
I think it's a political, but I still think it's a political.
It's always a political. But he is a Muslim,
right?
Mandamni is a Muslim, but let me, if I could just bounce off what you're saying.
Come on, sir.
Let me, if I could bounce off what you're saying like this. Benjamin Netanyahu is recognized by the international courts as a war criminal.
Right.
Mandamni is recognizing that is true and is siding with the international courts.
Right.
Anybody, any mayor, any governor can do that.
Right.
And this is the thing. The question is it political or is it how they really feel? You can't really say none less, but what you can say is a bold move.
It's a bold move.
That's all I can say. It's the bold way to go because you going, like I said, Westmore going against the grain.
Right.
A mayor, Mondamni going against the grain. Now look, cats that's like wishy-washy, whoa, they're gonna look at Mondamni. Yeah, Mondamni. Yeah, Westmore. They're gonna get out and vote. Go to vote. They're gonna believe in the political system. They're gonna believe in their what's the word? They're gonna believe in their with the things they write. They're gonna believe in the things they write or what have you, and be lost in the political system,
right?
Thinking that this is the way to liberation,
right?
Alizar. Turn that mic. Is it plugged? I gotta plug it up. It's on the floor. Bring it to me. As soon as I plug it up, you're gonna be good. You live.
Hey, so is Westmore and Brandon Scott that's going against the grain?
No. Go ahead.
It's Mamdani, the mayor of New York.
Okay.
The mayor of New York, Westmore, and the mayor of New York. But this is the thing, Salaki, if I may, sir.
Please.
The thing is Mamdani won the mayorship going against the Israeli lobby. So his win was major up there. So this is another step. Now think about this. When you become mayor, right? What's your next step? It's governor.
Lieutenant governor or whatever it is.
Governor or lieutenant governor. That's the next step always. Just like when what's his name?
Brandon Scott ran for
Smoke was here. He went to governorship.
Word.
He tried to go to governorship, but what's the bald head dude? Hogan. Where did Hogan come from? Because wasn't he mayor here for a minute?
Governor Hogan.
Yeah, Governor Hogan.
Yeah.
But he left. the mayorship is a step up to governorship.
Right.
The step up from governorship is to what?
Congress and Senate.
Congress, and sometimes you can step over and become a president.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So look at this right here, though, right? He had a major win with the mayorship going against the Israeli lobby. So now he's talking about, because a lot of the people, a lot of the Jews in New York, where most of them are congregated, right? A lot of them are against Netanyahu. So now he's asking the question, do I have the power to arrest him if he comes to New York? You understand what I'm saying? Not that Benjamin Netanyahu coming to New York, but if he puts it out there that he would be the one to do it, now you got people looking at you different. You understand? When the last time Netanyahu been to New York?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's a good chance that that's not going to happen. But if I throw that out there, if I throw that line out there, it's going to catch fish. You understand what I'm saying?
Headline.
So it's going to catch headlines. It's already there.
We talking about.
Exactly. It's already there. So when you think about it, right, it's a great political move if that's what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you already got people that was behind you from the mayorship and you being against the Israeli lobby. So it's a great move. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like I said, when's the last time Netanyahu has been? Because he's down in Mar-a-Lago. He's down in Florida with Trump. You understand? When he comes into town, he doesn't go to New York. He goes straight to Mar-a-Lago. So, I mean, it's a good move. It's a good thing to put out there.
Look at these cats. Look at them as gangsters, yeah.
Right.
Gangsters can't, like, certain gangsters can't go in certain hoods. You know what I mean? Look at it like that. Like, oh, look at California, because they're a prominent gangster community. Long Beach and all them cat. You can't go on Long Beach with a goddamn Kansas City fitted on.
Right.
They gonna think you're a Crip killer.
Right.
Kill a Crip or whatever. However they word it, whatever.
You got what they said, black is a neutral down there.
Or whatever is neutral down there, you gotta, Benjamin Netanyahu is a gangster.
Right.
He's an international gangster. You understand? Donald Trump is an international gangster.
Right.
And we gotta recognize and understand. When you listen to Commander Hunter, man, he put it so plain. He put it so plain for you on that. Man, make sure y'all watching that, Black watching that. All them, clap it up. He put it so plain. He caught, and that's why I'm calling them gangsters right now. Like they gangsters, and all of us are less than pawns.
Right.
You know what they pawns is, Alazar? You know what they pawns is, Gabar? They pawns is Congress. Yeah. They pawns is the Senate and the mayors and this and that. That's they pawns. We is like cattle.
I'm gonna go.
We like cannon fodder.
That's
literally.
I was about to say Salaki.
Literally. Please. We
are casualties of war.
There you go.
You understand?
Less than that.
When you fire innocent people gonna get, but that's a part of war. You understand? And that's what we are. We just casualties. You understand? We got no dog in the fight. We just in the way. You understand?
So I would say even you absolutely right.
Right though.
Even less than that, because imagine being considered ammunition. Yo, you're a whole person with a family and a life and a soul. You are ammunition to them. Cannon fodder.
Yeah.
What is cannon fodder? You might ask. What type of talk they talking about? Cannon fodder is an old term for what you put in a cannon. You can put anything in a cannon. You pack that cannon. You got the
shrapnel in there.
You got shrapnel in there, but what's the igniter? What ignites?
Powder.
You got the powder that ignites, and that powder that you like that powder, Matham?
Yeah.
that founder explodes. It goes to the other ship or to the other. It can be a cannonball. It can be shrapnel.
Yeah.
It can be whatever you put in that cannon. That is you. That's us.
Yeah.
We are the cannon fodder here in that fight.
Oh.
Shalom, Greensville, South Carolina. We see you, Trooper Adam. And Madonna, like, oh. And we was talking about like how we was like, we'll pick up on something a politician said, you know what, he got a point.
Yeah.
Not knowing we getting reeled in.
Reeled in. Yeah.
We getting reeled in.
Yep. That's that.
You know
That's
what
that
I mean?
witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's designed. You know, it's designed that one side or the other is going to say something that's going to hook us in. You understand what I'm saying? One side or the other is going to say that very thing that's going to bring us into the fold.
Right.
You understand? But here at UPK, we are not in that fold. You understand? We are in a sect of our own.
Okay.
You understand? We stand on the Most High. We don't stand on, you understand, mere mortal men.
Excellently put. Excellently put. Let's get you want to get some more on this article? I got it here on my end. Hold up. We can get yours too, but let me get this one here. This is on the Washington Jewish Week here. The problem. Let me read the last paragraph. The problem is that Moore crossed the line. They said he crossed the line. He crossed the line now.
Right.
Now you can have your opinion, but you can't say nothing about us.
Right.
You can't say nothing about it. Israel got a right to defend themselves. We're the victim. From criticism into reckless accusations inflaming precisely the fears and insecurities he claims to oppose. Calling Netanyahu a war criminal is not casual rhetoric. It is among the gravest accusations that can be leveled against the leader of a democratic ally fighting terrorism organizations openly committed to its destruction. Moore did not merely criticize operational decisions in Gaza or raise humanitarian concerns. He adopted the language increasingly used to delegitimize and morally stigmatize the Jewish state.
Delegitimize.
My bad. I ain't do too well in English class, y'all. My bad.
You good, Cap? We got you. We understand.
So that's why we got the brother.
Captain. We
That's why we got the brothers that delegitimize. So like, and I was talking big shit about Milford Mill earlier, wasn't I?
Right.
So like, and morally stigmatize the Jewish state itself.
Salaki, if I
Oh,
may,
please,
if I may, think about this now, right? How many people have called Netanyahu a war criminal? Plenty, right? But as soon as a Negro does it, oh, this is above and beyond.
Oh.
This is a travesty.
Not only Negro status.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is illegal. You understand? Not the Negroes. No. Oh, hey, listen. We allowed the East Indian in New York to do it. You understand? We allowed the Arabs to do it. No, not the Negroes. Not the Negroes. No, that's way too far. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, the scriptures tell us that these nations, no matter how much they war against each other, they come together to be against us. You understand? And we see it every day, and sometimes it skips and goes across our head. Just like, take for instance, what's that comedian? What's the comedian that allowed the African to come on and talk about how, remember we talked about him last week? Godfrey.
Godfrey, we did talk about Godfrey.
See, these nations, these nations, they come together to come against us.
About 2 weeks
So
ago.
other nations are allowed to do what they don't allow us to do. Westmore is trying to make a political move, but this is what happens. Now, once you get this Israeli
The water
lobby,
for the likes. Hit that like button. Go ahead.
once you get this Israeli lobby against you, especially if they're supporting you, you understand that? I'm not saying that they're supporting, Westmore, but he did say months ago and a year ago that, they have the right to defend themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So now that he's doing this move, like Mamdani doing up in New York, nah. They only gonna let us go so far. You understand? Listen, they allow you to become governor for a reason, right? Once you, there's a clip of some young brothers from back in the 60s. They was on a white talk show, and they was telling, the talk show host that, we not like, our fathers and our grandfathers. We gonna stand up and fight for what we want. You understand?
Right.
The young brother told them, and he was 16 years old. He told them, he said, y'all take them and y'all allow them to get to certain part. You don't allow them to go above a certain point because you scared of them. But y'all not gonna hold us back like that. We gonna say what we want. And they had a black preacher out there talking about, well, you just gotta believe in God. You understand? I gotta get that article, I gotta get that clip.
Okay.
But it's heavy because these two young dudes was on there and they was conversing back and forth, boom. And stuff that they was
try to
with.
pull it. You want to try to pull it? If you could pull it on your phone, I can get it. I can get it here.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it on my phone.
But while you
come
doing,
on, sir.
No sweat. You want me to continue while you get there?
Continue, sir.
While he get that, I'm gonna continue here. This is article on continuing the article, Washington Jewish Week, third paragraph or second paragraph, I should say. Continuing. Third paragraph. There is a profound difference between arguing that Israel has made mistakes, even grave ones, and declaring its prime minister guilty of war crimes before any competent court has ruled. Now that claim, if I could, now the international court was competent, Al-Azhar, when they charged Vladimir Putin, right? It was competent then, right? They said Vladimir Putin, he's going up against the Ukrainians. He's doing war crimes, and the international court was valid then, though, right? But as soon as they come up against the grain with the Israelis with them, now it's a problem.
It's it right here.
Send it to me on Facebook.
Okay.
And I put it up on here.
Right here.
You can send it to me on Messenger.
I'm gonna send it to you on Messenger.
Go to Messenger. No.
That's what
Text.
I want.
You want to do text? However you want to do it. But nonetheless, they bugged out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can read the whole article, but the Israelis and the powers that be of the state of Israel, they bugged out on you texted it to me?
I just sent it to you.
They bugged out about Westmore, man. And we can get a little bit on your boy in New York. What's his name?
That's heavy right there. Mamdani.
I didn't even think we put an article on that.
Not on Mamdani.
You want to go in Mamdani a little bit?
I really I want the people to hear that right there. That's heavy right there. But you want me to grab
okay.
that
No.
article?
I think we're going too far because we didn't mention that in the show's briefing.
Right. But this what we about to hear right here. This is This is the strength that black people used to have. You see it in these youth right here, but you can tell that the generations that was above them got destroyed. And they brought in a black preacher to try to talk these young brothers down, but the preacher had nothing for them. Right. You understand? This right here was one of the heaviest things I've seen in a long time. You understand? And it shows.
Hold on. Yeah, not yet. Nice. My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cap. I want to hear.
We got okay. Listen, you better play brother's clip real quick. Let me add this to the stage. Go ahead.
This, like I said, this clip shows the strength that black people had back in the 60s and the 50s. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at this clip, at this young brother right here, these two young brothers are 16 and I think 17 years old, right? I know one of them is 16, but you got to compare these youth to our youth today, and you're going to see the cavern that's been created. You understand? And how much we've been destroyed by Christianity and our oppressor. You understand? Go ahead, Cap.
All right, we're going to pull this up. We're going to share this with the chat here. This is 1955 here.
He pointed out for me that I could go back when I want to. Go back to where?
So they can see.
Yeah.
So anyway,
sir, could you stand up? We can't hear you. Could you stand up over there by the microphone?
You mean to Africa? Do you mean to Africa? Do you mean to Africa? We are not Africans no more. You have raped our great grandmothers and stuff and changed us. Let me finish. And gave us a name as a Negro. I am not a Negro. A Negro is a person with a slave at the man. I just want to tell you that. And don't say nothing else to me.
Sir?
My name is Reginald Dobbs. I live at 3319 Maple, one of the ghettos areas that was pointed out in the film. I'd like to direct a question to Reverend Mitchell. Do you think that we will be satisfied with the jobs they are giving us?
Yes, son, I think so. Simply because we are asking that you be trained on the job, and they start you off with a certain salary start rates, and you would be promoted up to the maximum.
No,
job.
I don't believe that. The white man is gonna keep you where he got you. You're not going no higher than he wants you to go, and we ain't gonna settle for nothing but all the way. About this violence and non-violence, I'm for violence, because we have pleaded for the last 400 years.
Mr. Meek said you did not speak for him. How would you talk to a young boy like that?
Well, I would say I would definitely have to be violence. Well, this is my own way.
I ain't no Uncle Tom.
Salvation.
You can't brainwash me.
Jesus said first you seek the kingdom of heaven.
This is famous.
All of these things.
Heaven is on earth, mind you, brother.
Yes, son.
As I was going back.
Yo, listen, that's the strength that we had. You understand? And if you see, they brought the preacher in to talk the brothers down. They already knew the feelings of the other two young brothers, right? But the thing is they figured if they bring a preacher in,
AKA Al Sharpton, AKA Jesse Jackson, AKA Mayor Brandon Scott.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
Right there. Martin Luther King. Number one culprit. You understand? They bring them in to talk brothers down like that. And that's what the Christian church does to us. Look at our brothers now. Look at us now. You understand? We either destroying ourselves or up under our wives under the Christian church. You understand? Well, think about this, right? How many times we heard that saying, happy wife, happy life? You understand? You know what that mean? That mean as long as she happy, her life gonna be good. Your life doesn't matter. You understand? And that's another thing from the Christian church. It's not the way God made it. God made man over woman. You understand? And that's what we have to get back to. When we say man over woman, that don't mean you abuse your wife, but you use righteous rulership to build your family and your community. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that's going to bring us back up today. That clip right there was a heavy clip. And when is the last time you seen a 16-year-old speak like that? I mean, not just speak, but speaking with authority. You understand? And not authority to be disrespectful to somebody, but authority to let you know I'm not stupid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a man just like you. I yield, sir. Damn, that was heavy. Listen, I watched that thing 100 times.
Shalom, sister.
Because
Shalom, sister Azarma. We see you in the chat. Shalom.
But that brings that thing in you that says, yo, we can go back to that. You understand what I'm saying? But again, like Cap said earlier, our leaders cause us to err. They lead us down the wrong path. Listen, the path of righteousness is straight and narrow. Straight and narrow meaning when you go down that path of righteousness, you have to follow another man. Like in the UPK, you follow the man that's above you. You understand? That's in a path. You don't go around and jump above him. You follow. You understand? That path to destruction is wide. Everybody jumping and vying for position because everybody wants to be number one. Nobody wants to be in order. Everybody wants to be the man. You understand? And that's the condition we in today. Everybody wants to give orders, but nobody wants to take orders. And that's what Commanding General Yohana puts in us. He teaches us to be men and learn and make us able to take orders. Make us able to follow the men above us. The men above us. You understand what I'm saying? I yield, sir.
No sweat. Let's get we're still on the let's go international.
We go international now.
I think we long of it did.
Okay. I need to hold this article too. I'm glad I what's the name it because I wanted to hold that. It took me a little bit of time. It ain't take me no time. It popped right up. But yeah, come. What you want to do? It's up to you.
We can get these last. We want to get these last
Let's
two.
do this last two articles, and then we're gonna flip over to the class.
You doing the class?
Come on, sir.
You want to go to the mass shooting, or you want to go to
I thought we did.
Pentagon?
Let's go to the Pentagon. Let's do that. Well, we got two. How many internationals we got?
Let's do. Okay, let's do. We did local. Let's go national.
Let's do
that.
national.
And then we do the Pentagon next.
Come on, sir.
Then we do the Pentagon. Hey man, listen. Yeah, before we go into this to these next articles, I want to make clear something here. These podcasts, these radio shows, they give you more insight on how these headlines are tied to us. And a lot of these headlines, especially when it goes up the chain, as far as from local to national to international, you're going to see how it's tied to you in general, especially on a local level.
Right.
I mean, damn, you spent the hour on that, right?
Yeah.
On how diabolical that was, but when you go higher on the grander scale, at this time, we're going to see how it pertains to our liberation, how it pertains to our freedom and breaking away from under this oppression. You understand? And it ain't coming from voting with them.
Right.
It ain't. Oh man, this candidate talking about free health care and forgiving student loans. man, we gotta vote for him.
Right.
Oh goddamn! You hear Governor Westmore? He coming up against Israel. We gotta vote for him, or whatever he going up for Congress. He may be running for president. I think that's what a lot of people thinking.
You know what's Salak, if I may. You know what's crazy
Please,
about
go
that,
ahead.
right?
Mhm.
This is the same playbook that Woodrow Wilson used back in 1913.
Who was that? Who was that?
Woodrow Wilson,
Politician.
president.
Come on.
This is the same game plan he used back in 1913 to get black people to vote for him. You understand what I'm saying? And he promised that he was going to change the laws and make things equal for black people. I'm going to make sure you get the jobs that you need.
How long we heard? How long?
Listen.
How long we heard them, Madonna?
Listen,
How long we heard them, Madonna?
since 1913. Check this out, right? Now, I'm going to give it to the people in 1913, just coming out of slavery, right? Just trying to get their lives back together. Remember, the people, brothers and sisters, was freed in 1863. A lot of them didn't hear until 1865. Juneteenth, right? So 20 years later after that, brothers and sisters started building themselves back up. We started getting our own black communities, but it still wasn't equality. Now, Woodrow Wilson, knowing that he wants to win this presidency, he made a promise to black people that he was going to bring equality in. Those same benefits that white people get, we're going to give to y'all. We're going to make sure y'all get equal pay if y'all working under us and all of that.
Right.
And as soon as he get elected, he said, to hell with y'all. Then not only that, he started, incorporating the black codes in it.
Right.
He started doing everything that he had to do to make sure that black people stayed subjugated under white people. You understand what I'm saying? All you got to do is look it up and look at, matter of fact, all you got to do is punch in and say the lies that Woodrow Wilson told black people.
Right.
And it's going to pop right up. You understand? We still falling for it. Then over 100 years later, we still falling for the same thing. Now, like I said, I'm going to give it to them back then because there was hope after coming out of slavery. You understand? And remember, a lot of them people were former slaves. So if you freed me, damn, you might be right on. You might be going to give me this too. You understand? So it's a
I might tread the line on that too.
It's a seeable thing.
It could be, but I might tread the line on that. It could be argumentable.
No, it could be.
If I'm coming out of slavery,
right,
I ain't fucking with no white people. So
okay. No. Listen.
Not only that, even with the Christianity, even with sharecropping, I ain't fucking with them.
But let's look at it like this now, right?
I ain't fucking.
Who so-called freed black people?
There you go. Come on.
Right?
There you go.
So if they so-called freed us and now they telling us, well, look, we're going to make things equal. Well, God damn it, if they so-called freed us, maybe they might do this too.
Madame, check it out too. Also, like we mentioned earlier, we circling back now. We circling back to who? Al Sharpton.
Oh, yeah.
We circling,
but this is not
circling back.
It's not a Negro making the promise.
Come on, but check it out though. Who do they use to make the promise?
They're using our brother.
Because you talking to a sharecropper,
right?
He out in the field. He ain't got a slave master no more. But he know when that light break, it work.
But Salakia, so let me
Come on, man. Let me go. Let me rock real quick. Let me rock.
Because I got a good what's in
I got you. Hear me. That sharecropper. My grandmother was a sharecropper.
Mm-hmm.
That daybreak is work time. They young.
Mm-hmm.
They kids.
Right.
They not even grown type. Because we talking about a different your mother's and father's generation,
right?
Or generation after, because y'all don't know he used to work with my pops. They run a
Sweetheart Cup Company.
Sweetheart up there on Painters. They tore it down. That's a whole fucking thing now.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but
shopping center.
You know, we talking about a generation here. There was just the Christianity that was given to them did a number. Man, I should put it that way. I think that's what you was trying to say. The Christianity that was done on them did a number. Because imagine you waking up, like I'm waking up before today, I'm waking up before the sun go up.
Right.
I'm waking up before the sun go up. I can't even call niggas like I need XYZ. Let me wait till these niggas wake up. Right. You know what I mean? Picking whatever they picking, or corn, or whatever the crop may be, type deal. This is the reality at that time.
Right.
Christianity had to be so strong for them as slaves and or sharecroppers to follow that system still.
Okay. Now
that's what I'm saying.
Let me give it to you like this. Think about this, right? When they so-called got free, they literally felt like they hit the lottery. Right? So if you hit the Powerball, then somebody say, listen, you can hit the Mega Million too. Woodrow Wilson come and say, listen, we're gonna make everything equal. You're like, well, damn, if they did this here, damn, they might do that there. There's a lot of people that think like that.
We got bamboozled.
Exactly. But I mean, think about it, right? They did fall for it because they voted him in. He said he got majority of the black vote.
Mm-hmm. Especially Republican at that at that time.
Right.
At that time.
So when you're looking at it now, think about the knowledge that we have. See, we looking at it from a perspective. We've seen decades and decades and decades of history. We've seen decades of failure. Back then, they hadn't seen decades of failure in voting. This is a new thing for them. They actually get to do the thing that they were never allowed to do. So if they freed us and they're giving us voting rights, and he say he gonna make it equal, I'm gonna do it. Click. You understand? And then he turned the tables on them and made all of these laws that went against them. You understand? So we looking from a perspective of we already know what has happened through history. Remember, they came out of one of the worst parts of history into almost what they almost called the promised land. Because now they don't have to work for, but they made black codes so that you would be. You understand? Nobody, think about it, right? Nobody really understood that these laws are made to put us back into slavery. This is a covert operation. Remember, think about this. This man lays upon his bed at night. That's one of my scriptures too.
I know this.
You understand? I'm saying, but come on now. You understand?
We're gonna get to the class.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
it's 7:30, by the way.
Okay, so let's go ahead, shut it down.
You want to finish it or finish the article? Though?
Yeah, let's finish the article. Yeah,
let's finish this article and go to the next article. The Pentagon or the mass shooting.
It's on you. It's on you.
Let's do the Pentagon, and then that'll be it.
Come on, sir.
Because I gotta run.
Okay, come on, sir.
I gotta stop doing. I gotta stop redlining. You know what it is, yo. I get around the brothers. When you get around the brothers out here, this sidebar. But while I pull this article, and then when y'all was real young and your parents was jiggling the keys and shit, jiggling the keys, trying to dip.
Right.
They ain't want to dip. They want to chill a little bit more, talk a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Now we here at this stage. Now we jiggling keys.
Right.
We jiggling keys. You know what I'm saying? We walk from the front of the house, the back of the house, talking. It take an hour to get to the back of the house, bar, to the front of the house. Then, let me walk you to the car. Let me walk you. Oh, I'm gonna walk you to the car. Hold up.
Yeah, let us sit in here for. We're gonna sit in the car for a minute. We're gonna talk for a minute. Yeah.
Give me a bottle of water real quick. As a me. You know what I mean? But let's get this. Let's get this article here. Pentagon though.
You got the Washington Post. Yeah. Come on, sir. From the Washington Post, nearly.
Bear with me, slide. Let me know. Add the stage and yep. Use that right.
Yep. It's the Washington Post. Nearly 100 U.S. troops injured in last 2 weeks of Iran war, Pentagon says. The disclosure came as the U.S. military identified 2 U.S. soldiers who died following an attack in Jordan on Friday.
Is that the one I sent you?
Come on, sir.
I'm getting a different. You getting this picture right here?
Come on, right there.
What's at the top? What's at the top?
Oh, see, I started up here and went down to there.
I got a different headline though.
Oh, you got the blockade on the Iran. This is the one you sent me.
I'm gonna refresh it. It might have changed. It did change. It changed within the. It changed within the time we. No, you're right. Read it again. They see what you see now. Just no, you're right. They changed.
Washington Post. Nearly 100 U.S. troops in the last 2 weeks of Iran war, Pentagon says. The disclosure came as the U.S. military identified 2 U.S. soldiers who died following an attack in Jordan on Friday.
Stop. I'll stop right there. You know why they attacked Jordan? Because the Americans, so-called Americans, and and Israelis, their allies, attacked infrastructure, transportation infrastructure in Iran. Iran retaliated, struck American bases in Jordan.
Right.
That's the reality of the back and forth. All right, go ahead. Give you some insight.
Says the Pentagon said Monday that nearly 100 U.S. troops have been injured in the war with Iran over the last 2 weeks, underscoring the significance of Tehran's strike on U.S. military.
No, go ahead. I'm saying, go ahead.
U.S. military installations across the region since negotiations to end the conflict collapsed.
And what's important is for the USA and Benjamin Netanyahu and them cats to create a sense of, well, it's really propaganda, like they're winning the fight.
Right.
They are losing. They are. Are you kidding me? U.S. military, we in our minds, we thought we can go in anywhere, any place, anytime, take over. It's clearly not happening. It's clear. We talking about it. We got a waterway here, the Strait of Hormuz, that's controlling 30% of the world's oil and gas, and other essential needs, or what have you, right? And what are we, 2 months? Mm-hmm. 2 months, almost 3 months out from the start? They're losing. The propaganda is this: America's in control. Then you see on the news, Iran does this, America does that. It's all this back push and pull. I mean, what are we doing? What are we? Is this? It's like it's theatrics. Is it military theatrics, or is it that America doesn't have the means to nip this in the bud? Nothing.
Yeah.
America doesn't have the only Americans have is a nuke.
Yep.
Is a nuke. That's their only joint. But you know why Trump. I think Trump might hit that button. Trump might hit that because he's dying, right? He's not. Y'all know he's dying, right?
A couple months ago he called for the code.
He's dying. He got all these. He got kidney issues, heart failure. He's on blood. He's on all types of medicine. He's getting an IV every day. He's dying. He's an old man. He's 80 plus. But a horrible diet, a horrible history. But nonetheless, I don't want to prolong too much.
Right.
But it's not a good time to be wicked, black man.
Oh.
Recognize and understand this. Be right. Choose to be righteous. Choose to be righteous. Choose to get right with the Lord. The UPK here. We here. We established. We got the format. We got the counseling. We got the phone calls. We got the numbers. We got the schools. You know what I mean? We looking at the end of the world here. And my brother said, I've been with y'all brothers a long time, especially in this room.
Right.
But I said, been damn near a decade, but some of y'all brothers.
You watch my chin go gray, didn't you?
Oh, what's up, man? Hey, I try to get away from the age talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm catching up. Don't worry, I'm catching up. But that's the case. But this is the time to be locked in. If any that term, I hate the term, but it's true.
Right.
So it's time to be locked in fully. Because this may be the last summer. This may be the last winter we see. And or beginning of winter or what have you, because look at this article that we're looking at. We talking about the destruction of this age in society.
Yep.
But give me 3 minutes. We gonna cut it.
Come sir.
We talking about the destruction of this age in society, and it's like I be sitting back and I be thinking, I be watching these articles, I be getting counsel, I be following it all, the biblical breakdown of it all, right? Yo, I mean, we so close. When y'all hear Commander Netanyahu talking about we so close, yo, yeah, you talking about, you hear, brothers, man, I just need a little bit of time. Nigga, you out of time. You out of time.
Right.
We ain't got time to do nothing but be righteous. That's the only time we, you know what I mean? That's the only time we got. I mean, we got to clap all everything. I
mean, but it's good, though, man. It's good.
But especially brothers like this that may be on the fence, man. We deal with a lot of brothers, man. We went on a goddamn rescue mission the other day, me and Gabar. But not only do I care for the brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm praying to the Lord. We praying to the Lord that niggas really. I hate that terminology, but really lock in.
Right.
Not be on the fence. Put the boots on, put the fringes on, put the the spirit of the Lord on is the right terminology. And really, go all the way with it. That's what time it is, you know what I mean? And sisters too. Stop being a bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know how any other way I can say it.
Right.
That's
the only way you
struggle, but you know what I'm saying? But stop being a bitch about shit. You know what I mean? Let's be cordial about things, you know what I mean? But Alazar, you had something? Y'all got the camera down there? Is it open?
Yeah, okay, it's open.
But go ahead. I'm gonna try to connect it though. Is it connected to anything? No, don't even split it. Just go ahead and talk.
If I could, I was going to just try to help you out, you know what I mean? So you don't got to use the term lock in. How about be hot? Don't be lukewarm. Don't be cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a perfect biblical term.
Okay.
Don't be lukewarm.
That's it.
Don't be lukewarm. Go ahead.
No, that was it. I yield, sir.
No, that's an excellent point. Don't be lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? Also, another one. Something approved. Make the scriptures say
Show thyself to be approved.
There you go. That's the one I'm looking for. That's exactly. Say it in the mic.
Show thyself to be approved.
You know what I'm
That's the one Gabar Rakar use all the time. That's your script.
But does it say make yourself approved? Or?
Yeah. Show thyself to be approved. Did I say that right?
You know, that's what time it is, because the way it's escalating, it ain't really being portrayed on mass media. But if you really listen to Bloomberg, I know my thumb is tapped into like particular international news and outlets, and I'm sure even on your algorithm on Facebook and other platforms, you'll see that if that's what you tune to. But the propaganda to the masses is like, it's a little war, it's a tiny country, we got it. No, it's not like that. It's big. It's bigger. It's just the way they pointed is just little here. We got a little battle here, a little bit. So a boat was fired here. Yo, it is war, yo. And it is not going to die. It's leading to the end of this world. Come on. I told you about it, but
it's bigger than Nino Brown.
Bigger
than Nino Brown.
But my thumb know, like cause me myself and my thumb, we follow it closely and we hear it. Our algorithm is on that tip, and
right.
We tuned in a little bit more than others, but that's why we wanted to do this radio show, to bring what we are tuned into. And what we tune into is the same thing Commander Hunt be bringing out every Monday.
He's definitely gonna be bringing some stuff out.
100%. If y'all still love it, y'all ain't gotta get up early like some of us. Tune in, you know what I mean? Cause it's going down, but you want to get on the Pentagon here? This is it, because I gotta run.
Come on.
I'm saying, yeah, our peer practice. Boy, we got two brothers in here. Go ahead.
So the disclosure came as the U.S. military identified 2 U.S. soldiers who were killed in a fatal attack on Friday night, and after the Trump administration for days declined to detail how many U.S. service members have been injured recently.
Meaning they propaganda. They got to keep a wraps on the numbers, because they gotta look like they the big bag bully. They gotta look like they the big bad winners of the fight. No, niggas is dying. Yeah, it's war. It's wartime. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And not only that, but it's international crimes being. They shouldn't have went into Jordan, and now we ain't got time to go into Saudi Arabia. It's so bad. They clearing Saudi Arabia to enrich their uranium and develop a nuclear weapon. Saudi Arabia, mind you, it was Saudi Arabians that did 9/11. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. What are we even talking about here? This is the One West News Desk. Or did you want to add on? Please add on. You can add on anything before we close. Any closing remarks?
Just like Cap said, we at the end right here. And a lot of us, just like we said before, like we always say, right? Think about this too. The day before that Ukraine war started, with you had people out shopping. They was out at amusement parks and everything in Ukraine. It was a normal day. And next thing you know, the next day the bomb hit. What we trying to avoid is we trying to alert our people so that we don't get caught, just like those Ukrainians got caught. You understand? And that's why we bring out what we bring out on the radio show. That's why Commanding General Yohana brings out the news stories and the things that he brings out. You understand? That's why all of us that have these little radio shows bring out what we bring out, because we don't want to get caught like these other nations get caught. You know? I yield, sir.
So we're gonna continue to follow the Lord and pray that He delivers us out of this madness or what have you. This is the One West. Here's the One West News Desk with your host Captain Sapari, along with
Officer Mathum.
We bring your local, national, and international news to your timeline. You understand? This is the Israelite School of UPK, started on One West 155th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commander Yohana. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And with that, Shalom Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're One West. They're One West. They're One West. They're